Well, with the $2.1 million Eureka just 2 weeks away, star WA performer Never Ending was responsible for an outstanding display in running second to Major Moth. His trainer Justin Prentice hasn't stopped smiling. He joins me now. Well, Justin, great to catch up with you. Would I be right in saying that both you and your driver Gary Hall Jr. are still smiling after that performance of Never Ending?
Yeah, absolutely wrapped with him. Probably a little bit of relief as well. I felt this week I was really happy with him, and I was, excited to go in tonight. A little bit nervous as well, and I'm sure Junior was a little bit, but we're both really ecstatic with the way he went.
A little bit of a check, just passing the winning post for the first time, balanced up pretty quickly, settled near the rear of the field, 30.6, then 29.2, 26.8, which was probably the telling factor for the winner, and then 27.4 home, 3.5 metres he got beat. His last 400 metre would have been out of this world.
Yeah, it would have been. He made up a lot of ground. Probably worked out good that there was like a one wide line for the whole race. They didn't go single file, but yeah, just I think the speed backed off a bit, coming down with a lap to go, and got a bit of a check. And then Junior said there was a bit of interference with a few others around the last corner as well, sort of held him up a little bit. And but yeah, he hit the line really good too. Yeah.
Some horses struggle with this long straight. They see the winning post from the top of the home turn and think, oh, geez, this is too far, but your bloke, he hit the line with plenty of vigour.
Yeah, he did. Really happy that I brought him here a few times and he's seen it. But we always had that sort of, thought process that he'll love the big long straight here, and he's got such, good high speed, but he's got the stamina to go with it, so we can sort of hold that long sprint.
What do you do with him now, Justin, for the next couple of weeks leading into the Eureka?
He'll come here still a couple of times, have another, look at it, but obviously we'll make sure he gets through this run properly. And yeah, we're out at Pete and Cindy Rixon's, and he loves it out there, so he'll have plenty of time out in the paddock to relax. And I've just felt like it's been this last week that I've sort of really seen the true him back. Took a little bit longer to settle in than what I anticipated and what I'd hoped for. But just this last week, I've been sort of really happy with him. So hopefully he just continues on that upward trajectory from here.
Justin, you're from a record-breaking famous family in WA. Your dad, Kim, member of a very elite club, 1,000 winners as a trainer and driver, joins the likes of Fred Kersley, Trevor Warwick, and also Jim Schrader. A brilliant career by your dad, and your mum, Debbie, also, as far as you're concerned with your training establishment, virtually the backbone of the training establishment.
Yeah, she looks after a lot on the property. She's looking after her registers, or something to do with my horses, or looking after our kids, her grandkids. Always keeping mum busy. But yeah, it's like a big operation, with the farm, with the breeding and the registers and the training side of it. And our two kids in the mix, and yeah, they'll be here for the last week, so they'll keep me occupied and keep my mind on something else as well for the last week.
Of course, you wouldn't be able to do a lot of it without the support of your wife, Jacqueline. Now, she comes from a thoroughbred background, also show horses, but she's also become a very important part of the business, particularly with the breeding side.
Yeah, she has, and she's not really ever sort of been so much into the standardbreds, but she's got into it a lot more now, and she's a big part of, I love her there when she's there helping me pick yearlings out, and I know this was 100% her favourite yearling that year as well, and she's got a really good eye for a horse, and still talk to her a lot of things. She does not necessarily know so much about the racing side of it, but just the horsemanship between her and mum. They're good people to bounce things off.
Your son Carter's 3, your daughter Polly is just 1, and Carter is already showing signs that he's going to be following in Dad's footsteps. He just loves to get down to the stables.
He does, yeah. He more likes jumping in the tractors and the water trucks at the moment than jumping on the back of the horses, which probably not a bad thing at the moment. But he loves to come down every morning and helps do the feeds, and Polly's just started that too. She's up and walking around and helping make feeds every day. So yeah, they both, it's going to be hard to keep them away from the horses, I think.
As far as Group 1 wins are concerned, you're already at 28, and one of the wins you wanted to tick off your bucket list was the WA Pacing Cup, and you achieved that in 2019 with a horse by the name of Rock and Roll Lincoln.
Yeah, it was probably earlier than we expected, obviously being a dream, and a horse that we didn't pay a hell of a lot of money for, paid about $40,000 for him, and just come through the grades so quickly. And yeah, a lot of the guys that were in him, that some of them were like Ross Fitzgerald was his first horse in my stable, and now we've got a number of horses, including this guy, and John Lohman was a big part of syndicating him, and unfortunately John's no longer with us anymore, but just a huge part of like setting up my business structure and that with the owners, and having all the owners as like they come to the trots and they enjoy their night, whether they win, lose, or they just have a good night, and it's good to be a part of that.
You've represented WA twice in the junior drivers. Your first drive in a race, dream start, you won with a horse by the name of Eagle Eye, but you seem to take a back seat as far as the driving is concerned.
Yeah, I have slowed down a little bit. I probably lost sort of the passion for the driving side of it. I just spend a lot of time, thinking about the training, and sort of thought if I can get, Junior to drive a lot of the horses, which he was and still is now, and really good mate of mine, just as happy if he wins than I do. He's best driver in the state. I think one of the best in Australia. So if you can have him on, then I can just concentrate on the training.
As far as influences in your career, Justin, a gentleman by the name of Ray Grantham certainly laid the foundation for you.
Yeah, when I was young, he gave me a lot of drives, Ray, and wasn't just concession drives. He gave me some drives in some big races, and won a Pinjarra Cup for him, which was his hometown cup, and then after Ray, it was sort of when John Lohman come along. I met him on a plane coming home from the New Zealand yearling sales, and just happened to sit next to him, and probably only about 12 months later is the biggest owner in my stable, and just a mentor and a father figure to me, and it's just, I'm sure he's overwatching and helping us, so hopefully he gets a good draw for a couple of weeks' time.
Apart from this fella never ending, horses like Tricky Mickey, Mighty Ronaldo, Always an Angel, and there's a very promising up and coming horse by the name of Rolling Fire. You contemplated a trip with him to Menangle, but you decided to abort that.
Yeah, we thought about bringing him over, and then we had a bit of a mishap at home. He heart fibbed in a race, and we sort of just decided we probably didn't want to bring him over after that happening, and he's raced since and gone good. We decided to tip him out and get him ready for the big 4-year-old races at home.
You managed to get a yearling from New Zealand by the name of the Parade, which went on to do exceptional things for the team. JP Racing now getting syndications together, or ownerships together, trying to encourage people for a little outlay to enjoy harness racing.
Yeah, we have, and that was sort of John's big thing. He wanted to get as many people in the ownership as we can, and have big groups of people to come to the trots and to watch their horses race. And we're always trying to get new people in every year. Where we advertise before we go to the yearling sale, and trying to get new people interest. Small percentage. Everybody says that it's they get just as big a thrill out of if their horse goes well. So we're always trying to we're big buyers at the yearling sale, and that's where we get most of our stock from. And we advertise hard and trying to get new people into the game and into our stable as well.
You must be heading down the right track, because the recent selection of yearlings that you bought have all gone. Yeah,
they we did pay a little bit more for them too than we've previously. We bought one in New Zealand, and we ended up with 3 in Perth, and they all sold quick. We had quite a lot of interest before the sale, and it's always good to get them sold, and hopefully they can do the job for the new owners.
Well, no doubt Never Ending it will certainly put you up even higher on the list of people's priorities when they're looking for a trainer, particularly in WA. Thanks for joining us tonight. Congratulations on the win, and we certainly look forward to yourself, Gary Hall, combining with Never Ending in a couple of weeks.
No problem at all. Thank you.